Thanks for joining us here at Enjoy the View Travel, and welcome to the channel. This week's View on Travel Season 2 starts now. Hey there, this is Brittany with Enjoy the View Travel, and you are watching this week's View on Travel. Well, my Disney cruise fans, listen up. Disney's making a huge investment, $200 million worth to be exact, in Galveston, Texas, and they are going to start cruising full-time from there in 2027. Now, there is no word right now on which ship is going to be sailing from there, but in 2027, we are supposed to have a new Disney ship. So it could be the new ship. We'll have to wait and see, and we'll keep you updated when details do become available. All right, so last week we started talking about Celebrity Renewed. We didn't have a whole lot of information, but a little bit. And so I shared that with you, what we had last week. Well, now we have some additional information, so I'm going to share that with you today. This renewed modernization that they are doing is only going to be on the Solstice class ships, and they are going to start with Celebrity Solstice, but they will also be doing this same renewed or Celebrity Renewed on the Equinox, Reflection, Eclipse, and Silhouette. Now, no dates have been given as to when these ships will be getting the renewed overhaul, but Celebrity is investing $250 million in this modernization, and boy, does it look amazing. Now, I already mentioned to you some of the key features and changes and new things last week, and I want to follow up on a few of those. I did get confirmation that the Italian restaurant is going to be the Trattoria Rosa, and then also Sunset Park is supposed to have some kind of grab-and-go food option. They didn't really give any details on that. It was kind of just a little mention, so I thought I would bring that up. But we also got some new details that we didn't know before. Okay, one of those things is there are going to be 4 new stateroom categories. Okay, we should be able to start booking them sometime mid-June, so within the next couple of weeks. They are going to have a panoramic infinite veranda suite, deluxe panoramic ocean view suite, panoramic ocean view suite, and deluxe panoramic ocean views. Now, no additional details have been given on these rooms, no other than their names, no pictures, no graphics, none of that. So I can't share any of that yet, other than their names. Now, from the first one, the panoramic infinite veranda suite, that makes me think that they are going to be changing some of their balcony rooms to the infinite verandas, which you see on the Edge class series. Now, I am not the biggest fan of those. I have not sailed in one of those rooms, but I'm one of those people that prefer a regular walkout balcony versus, where you put half of your window down. That's what the infinite veranda is. It's a floor-to-ceiling window, and you can put the top portion of it down, but the captain can lock them if it's high winds and things like that. So, they just haven't given them a chance yet. Like, I haven't actually sailed in one. And I suppose I should do that. But I just am a regular balcony girl. It appears that they're going to be putting some of those on there. So we'll have to wait and see for sure. Now, the rest of the ship is not being left out. We talked about the new things, and we talked about that every stateroom was going to get some kind of a facelift overhaul, but the rest of the ship is not being left out. So Cafe Alaccio, Cellar Masters, World Class Bar, and Martini Bar are all getting a new design. Sunset Bar, we talked about before, is going to be expanded, and that is going to continue. They are going to expand that. They didn't, say how they were going to expand it, but I can't wait to find out more. The pool bar is also getting a new design, and it is going to include more shaded areas. So that'll be exciting because a lot of times on a cruise deck ship, you don't have a lot of shaded areas. So that is one of the things that I applaud them on the new Edge class series, is that there is more shaded areas at the pool area. So look for that. Blue and Luminae are getting an expanded footprint as well. The spa is getting a new design and layout, and it is going to include a relaxation lounge. So Camp at Sea and the Future Cruise area are both getting a new design, but also a new location on the ship. So that'll be interesting to see where they are going to move those locations to. As always, we will keep you updated as new information becomes available for this. You know, I am super excited about it. So when I hear, I will definitely let you know. And also a little sneak peek that they told us that we will be having a webinar coming up soon. I didn't hear when, but they just said soon, on Celebrity River. So if you've been waiting for additional information on the Celebrity River line, which is going to be their river cruise line, then stay tuned, because hopefully I'll have some more information to share with that coming very soon. So if you are a blue chip member on Celebrity Cruises, don't forget that the new rewards and onboard benefits will start August 1st of 2025. I have included what the new points level requirement is and what the benefits are for that for you, so that you can see that. You will keep your current status, and you're going to have 12 months to either keep your current status by earning the points for that, or if you earn more points, obviously you will go up to the next level, or you could possibly, well, not could, you will lose one tier. So for example, let's say you decide that you are not cruising with Celebrity this year in the next 12 months. So you will lose one tier status. Now, if you're at Pearl or Onyx, not that big of a deal. If you're Ruby, however, you won't go all the way back to Pearl. You would just lose one tier. So you would go back to Sapphire Plus. So I just wanted to make that clear. It's starting to get a lot of buzz and chatter as we get closer to August about these changes that are coming. So as you can see, the points, if you knew what the points were for the last time, so for example, Ruby, it used to be 1 million points, but now it's only 150,000 points. And you might be saying, well, that's a big difference. The requirements to earn those points are also different. So before, you earned $1 for every dollar that you were spending in the casino, basically. Well, that has changed. So the requirements for earning these points will be $5 on any slot machine will earn you 1 point. $10 on any video poker machine will earn you 1 point. And of course, if you are playing the tables, that will vary per game and per table. So a lot of the members for Celebrity Blue Chip do not seem very happy with a lot of the changes that are taking place. But we will just have to see how these kind of play out come August, and see how it affects your cruise offers that you get, and your casino offers that you get. And we'll keep you updated when we hear about things along the way. But just a reminder that August 1st starts the new benefits. Well, after 20 years, the Mike and Sully to the Rescue ride at Disneyland is going to close. Disneyland is developing part of the Disney California Adventure area into Pandora. And this is not the only changes that are coming to Disneyland. So this fall, they're also going to start construction on a new Coco themed attraction. And they're also planning a new transportation hub and parking structure. Now, this structure will hold 6,000 parking spaces, a security screening area, shuttles, and a ride share area. So Don't worry, however, for those of you who are Mike and Sully fans, Disney World is plotting an entire Monsters Inc. land. So we don't have any details about that yet, but as soon as we have some details, we'll let you know about it. So I reported on this back in March when an American Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing in Colorado due to a fire. The preliminary report is back, and investigators are thinking that a fluid leak and multiple incorrectly installed parts could be the cause of the fire. Now, this investigation is still ongoing, and it is not the final report. But with everything that's been happening in aviation lately, does this give you cause for concern? Are you less likely to fly with all of these issues that airlines have been having lately? Let us know in the comments below. I will tell you that I will still fly, but I am a little bit more nervous. I noticed on our flights back in March that I was a little bit more nervous flying this time. And we did have some weather, especially coming back. So that didn't help things. But compared to our flights that we took last year, I think I was a little bit more nervous flying this year. And I mean, I can only contribute that to the things that have been happening and running through your mind of what could happen, only because it's been more prevalent in the media. But I will still fly. I'm not going to say I'm scared to fly, but I was a little bit more nervous. Just a heads up, if you are headed to the Caribbean this summer, be aware that they are experiencing record-breaking seaweed from Cancun to Puerto Rico, and as you can see, it really is overtaking the beaches and the water. So if you like our content, be sure to click like, share, and the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our latest content. Also, please leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. If you are going to be flying into Reagan National the evening of June 14th, you're probably going to want to check with your airline. The airport will have some disruptions for about 116 flights that evening due to a military parade that is going to be taking place in the area. The airspace is going to be restricted due to some expected flyovers for the parade as well as fireworks. So if you can rebook, that would probably be best. Otherwise, you might be stuck a little bit longer until the airspace opens back up following the parade. All right, travel deal of the week. I did just check with one of our tour operators that I use. There are still hotels, resorts, and spas available in July for the Fort Walton Beach area. So if you're looking for a last-minute summer vacation to the Panhandle of Florida, reach out to me for booking details at enjoytheviewtravel.com. All right, wrapping up with our travel tip of the week, lost luggage and luggage tags. So lost luggage, it just happens. It does. If you travel, you are bound to have your luggage lost or delayed at some point. So a good tip is to take a picture of your luggage before your flight. This way you can provide a current picture to the airline to help identify your luggage, especially if your luggage tags have come off. So that leads me to the other half of my tip this week. If you do not have luggage tags, I do highly recommend that you do them. Not only does it put your information there if your bag does get lost so that you can be contacted quicker, it helps you identify when your luggage is coming around on the luggage carousel at the airport. It helps you identify that quicker. So those are just some tips that I have for you. As always, if I can help you with planning your next trip, please reach out to me at enjoytheviewtravel.com or on our social media. Thank you for watching this week's View on Travel, and until next time, enjoy the view. Thank you for watching this week's View on Travel. Be sure to visit us at enjoytheviewtravel.com. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss our next episode.